know who I am. I'm Karen Stacy. I have my own talk show. You can come to my talk show anytime. We have Coffee Talk with Karen every weekday at 11 a.m. And we have Real Talk with Karen Stacy every Tuesday at 8 p.m. It's not your mama's talk show. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe. And let's have some fun, baby. You can find us on all social media platforms. Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, and on MiamiMikeRadio.com. Testing. Is this mic working? You better believe it is. I'll see you guys soon. Hi guys, good morning. Happy Thursday. It's almost Friday. Good morning. Hey Rita, good morning Maria. Hi Carlos, Michelle, my sweetheart, how are you? Gina, good morning. Happy Thursday, you guys. I don't know. Carmela's not on here yet. Lisa's not on here yet. Can you guys do me a favor and help share out the video for me? Hoping that we can, get this going here today. I have been told I am a bit much to handle. It's that independent woman persona. Rita, interesting. I see someone said, hi, Karen, happy Thursday. I can't see who you are. It just comes up Facebook user. So please try to go on. So just so you guys know, we're on the Karen Stacy public page, and then we're on we're on the Real Talk Coffee Talk group, and then some of you are on my personal page, which is the picture of me and my son. And if you see the picture of me and my son, odds are I can't see your name in the comments, depending on how you have your things configured. So please jump on to the Karen Stacy public page. If you see the comment posted on the screen, that would be the right one in order for me to see your names, because I see somebody said shared. I appreciate it. I'm not sure who that is. Jersey Jimmy, good morning. Hey, Alyssa, how are you? Good morning. All right, wait a second. I don't know if I got hair. What's going on here? I got something going on. So look at me, like I'm actually like dressed. I have jeans on. And because I have an appointment after the show. So I am only going until 11:45 today. So it's up to you guys to say, Karen, shut the fuck up. It's 11:45. Beat it. Because then I got to make sure my kid has lunch, and then I have an appointment. So first of all, thank you again for tuning in to Coffee Talk with Karen. We are live on MiamiMikeRadio.com. We are live on the Karen Stacy page and the Real Talk Coffee Talk group. If you have not already done so, please join the Real Talk Coffee Talk group. If you have not already done so, please hit that like button, follow button, notification button on the Karen Stacy public page. And don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope. Real Talk Karen Stacy. Hey Georgie, good morning. So, being inside of my head is a very dangerous place to live. So I get these things. Thank you, Georgie. I appreciate you sharing. Hi Lisa, good morning, my baby. I get these things, they come into my head, and sometimes I contemplate things, and then I'm like, you know what, fuck it. So I have to be honest with you. My head hurts today because I probably had an extra glass of wine last night, and I didn't use my filter, which I went against my own rule. So this morning I woke up, my head is like, you had wine last night. You've got mail. You've got a headache. My allergies are going nuts right now. I don't know about you guys, but here in New York, everything is blowing all over the place, and I'm having one of those days. But I got up, I forced myself to exercise. I thought I could sweat out some of the toxins. I don't know if I did or not. I think it just made me more fucking dehydrated, but that's a whole other story. But last night as I'm sipping my wine, I pay attention to people. I pay attention to what do I got? Somebody's at my door. Who's at my door? What's going on over here? Who's at my door? God damn it. Let's see. Oh, it's a delivery. Okay. So I start, I overthink, right? I analyze and overthink. Whoa, what happened? Did I do something wrong? All the numbers like dipped down like tremendously. What the hell happened? So I start thinking about things, and then, I say, that's a good topic for the show. So, I posted something yesterday, and with a picture in a like schoolgirl dress. Who's on the wrong page? Hi, Carmela. Good morning, honey. I'm on all the pages. I don't know what just happened. You're only showing on your personal page? I don't think so. I think I'm on all of them. I should be on all of them. They're all checked, and there's a green thing. Is anybody on? Where are you guys so that I know? But you know what? Let me just see if that's, what's happening. Okay, so that's there. That's there. No, I'm live on all of them, Carmela. I don't know what's going on your phone, baby. So I start thinking about these things, and then I say, let's talk about this. So, even my mom gets hot seeing your picture. That's hysterical. That's the funny thing though, right? Is that you got to do certain things to get people to pay attention sometimes, right? But you see the face is blurred out. So of course I got like a Instagram from some guy that's like, is that you in the picture? Like, okay, don't fucking like, we talked about this the other day, right? When Shannon said that. Okay. Yeah, I know about that, Carmela. So we I'm sorry. When I get texts and stuff while I'm trying to talk, it throws me off. When oh my God, where was I? I totally lost my train of thought there. Wow, that was bad. Okay. See, this is why Karen doesn't look at her phone during the show. Okay. Anyway. Oh yeah. So he made a creepy, comment or whatever. Well, not creepy, but we talked about this when on Tuesday night, right? Where it's like, are women there for your viewing pleasure? And again, I'm okay with being for your viewing pleasure, but don't go fucking stalking me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That was just weird. But anyway, so the question is, are you enough, or are you too much? So that's the funny thing about some of us, right? We're all extremes. I know I am. And I find it interesting when I listen to people, and in particular men, and they are talking about all of these things that they want in a woman, and they're saying it to me. And I'm saying to myself, I'm all of those things. But I guess I'm not enough. And then I have other people that think I'm probably too much. They can't handle me at all. So it's a really interesting thing how there's like all about life is that balance, right? And finding that balance is almost Well, that's the sweet spot, right? So you only have to find it, I guess, once, and then you're good. And unfortunately, the one that I found it with is no longer here on this earth with us. So I just find it very interesting. And I know that a lot of people, especially, most people that are on this page with us that follow the show are warriors and are very strong people. So this is not just for women. This is for men too, because, I definitely can see, I'm looking at a man and I'm thinking like, he just doesn't, it's not like he doesn't have, not that he doesn't have enough, but it's not enough for me. And then I'll look at a man and I'll say, that's just way too much, right? But I think that what happens is that we have to find that commonality somewhere in between, because I think all of us can be a little bit too much and all of us can be not enough, right? But if you are gelling with the right person, you'll always be enough. And when you're too much, it'll help you check yourself, because, like my husband would say to me, my late husband would say to me, like, Karen, is it really? Like, take it down a notch. And I'd look at him like, are you fucking kidding me? You just said that to me? Like, I'm going to choke you right now. Like, you don't say that to me. And, but he was right. And then I would sit there and I would turn around and go, all right, let me just jump back a little bit here. Cause yeah, that's a little bit too, I guess I did kind of push it a little bit far. I'm a pusher. I'll push and I'll push and I'll push, because I believe that, and I try to be easy with this now, right? But I always believe that nothing happens unless you make it happen. And that's not actually always true, because the universe has its plan. So I believe you got to nudge, right? But I would push and push and push. And my husband used to say to me, like, enough, like, you're too much. Stop pushing, stop pushing. But I push and I push, because that was the way I learn to get shit done, was to make it fucking happen. And now well, not even now, in the past, maybe it was too much for certain people. And I learned that those just aren't my people, right? Because if I'm either, and that's the hard part, right? You're either too much or you're not enough. So like, what the fuck? I mean, I'm serious. Like, I hear these conversations and I listen to people and I pay attention to things that people say. I pay attention to people's actions. And I find, especially for myself, when I'm talking to what I would consider a high value man, I'll give you a for instance. Somebody that, is making, 6 figures, is successful, et cetera, right? Intelligent, maybe the package in my eyes, right? And those are the ones that'll tell me about these women that they want. And these women that they want may be like these blonde bombshells, or they may be, wealthy, and then at the same token, they're telling me that they want a woman with a good heart, with family values, and they don't care about money because they already have it. So now, So now you're sitting here and you're talking to me right now and you're making me feel subpar, but yet I have all of those qualities that you just talked about. So what is it? My father always told me, be careful for what you wish for, because you just might get it. And so I find it very interesting when I think that people don't even hear themselves talk sometimes, because you're saying one thing and maybe, of course, it's not these people, these men don't see me that way, and whatever. But I'm just saying, like, even if they had no physical interest in me, acknowledge the fact that yeah, you know what I mean, maybe someone that has your family values, somebody that has your heart, because the people that have good hearts are always the ones that get fucked, right? We're always the ones that get fucked. I don't believe that. I want to say that's not the case, but in most of society, socially, etc., the ones with the good hearts are usually the ones that get taken advantage of the most, right? But again, we talked about this yesterday. You need to be self-aware, and you need to not allow someone to use you. You have to be aware that you are being used, and you're not being used because you're allowing it, right? So I think that has a lot to do with self-awareness, right? So knowing who and what you are, knowing what you bring to the table. Now, all that being said, it still feels like shit. I'm the most fucking secure person you'll ever meet. But I sit there and I listen to people, and I hear them say, certain things, and I'm like, are they even listening to what they're saying? It's like saying, I wish I had a filet mignon medium rare on my, in front of me, right? And then you go and you cut into it, and it's a perfect filet mignon medium rare. But I don't know. But you're going to but you don't see that that's perfect. No, you think that, oh, well, it's, the potatoes are overcooked, or, whatever. So this is what I mean about awareness. Like, what are you fucking looking at, and what are you looking for? All right, let me see. I know you guys are commenting, so hold on a second. I've been bad about looking at the comments, but I just wanted to start. Okay. I'm really behind, so hold on a second. I know I wanted to read who made the comment. I think Gina started. Oh no. No, Rita. I have been told I am a bit much to handle. It's that independent woman persona. And again, I think that being an independent woman is amazing, but I do also think that we all have a role in our lives and in life. And sometimes, there's a difference between being independent and being like a nasty bitch, right? So I'm all for the independent part, but I don't like, or it's not for me, should I say, when women, try to be too masculine, for lack of a better word, right? So we should always still be soft and curvy, right? Even though we can be tough as nails, because we are women, and that's ladies, right? We want to be a lady. So I think those things are extremely, extremely important. And I see you guys are sharing. I appreciate you sharing it, sharing out the video. It means so much to me. We got to get these numbers going. So I see John Taglia. How are you? Okay, Alyssa, thank you for tuning in. Tamara, Laura, good morning. Let me see. Alyssa, oh my God, between my allergy, sinuses, and working OT last night and getting home late, I was asleep before I even got home. You're so funny. Good morning, Massimo. How are you? Let me see. Yes, you guys are always on the right page. As long as you can hear me, you're on the right page. Hey, Mark, how are you? The last thing we need to do is stress over these things. So let's just, let's have fun. Hi, Rosina, how are you? Okay, hold on. I'm almost here. I want to see if you guys are commenting. Lisa, I know Laura, excuse me. I know I'm too much to handle, but I have fun and so do the people around me. Okay. Angel, you can find true love more than once. You just have to allow it. I agree with that. I am enough, but can be too much. There you go, Alyssa. Where am I here? Hold on a second. Laura, I'm enough for a man. He may think I'm too intense, but that's just me. Love hard. I agree with that. Intensity is definitely not always a turn on. That much I can say. Let me see where we got going on here. All the comments just flew. And Alyssa, thank you. Alyssa's tagging 79 million people. So I'm just got to go through the tags, but thank you so much for doing that. Rita, it takes a certain type of man to handle my strong personality, strong-willed women. I agree with you, Rita. And, you know, that's the funny thing is that I think that we have to know what we are attracted to. And like, I know personally, right? I can't deal with like a jealous, possessive, boyfriend, husband, whatever the fuck, right? Because first of all, I've always been a people person and I'm not a flirt, but I'm very friendly. And especially when you're in the public eye, you have to be accommodating and friendly, right? And I've always just talked to everybody. So, you know, I think I told you guys this story a couple of years ago after I lost my husband. I was dating this guy. He actually got pissed off at me. We were on the plane coming home from Florida, and the guy was clearly not into women. And I was trying to get, I don't know, an aspirin, water. I don't know what I was trying to get from him. I think probably water because I needed to fucking pop a pill because I hate flying. And I'm like, you know, I asked him for, and I'm like, and you know, this is what I do. I'm like, sweetheart, do you mind, you know, could grab me a glass, you know, a bottle of water or whatever. And he's like, sure, you know, and we're going back and forth. He's like, why are you talking to him like that? And I looked at him like, are you out of your motherfucking mind? What do you think I'm going to do? Go in the bathroom with him while you're sitting here? First of all, he wouldn't touch me with a 10-foot pole. I got the wrong equipment, A. And B, what are you thinking? Like, I'm sitting next to you, jerk off. I mean, if I was flirting, like downright flirting and being disrespectful to him, that would be a completely different story. But this same person, we were out one night, and we were watching a band, or not even a band. It was like a two-man kind of thing. And I just kind of zoned out and I was into, you know, what they were doing. And he's like, he gets like a puss on his face and acts like a 12-year-old. And I'm like, well, what's the matter with you? Like, I wasn't paying attention to him. Why were you focusing on the entertainers? Why weren't you focused on me? No one else was paying attention to them. Why were you paying attention to them? And I'm here with you. Why aren't you paying attention to me? Well, needless to say, that didn't last very long because you got to be fucking kidding me. So, yes, it takes a lot of men are drawn to strong women, but then they can't handle being with a woman like that because they don't like what happens, right? You can't go, and we talked about this the other day. You can't meet a woman that you know every guy in the room is looking at and then expect every guy in the room to stop looking at her once you're with her. You already know what you signed up for. You're with a hottie. She's going to get attention. That's the reason you wanted to be with her. And now you have a problem with it. And now you're jealous. No, I will tell you this. I am territorial. And my late husband used to laugh because I don't like that shit. I was harder on him than he was on me. He would let me, you know, he would just laugh. And if somebody was like near me, he'd be like, you know, she comes with a lot of bills. You wanna? And, you know, he would laugh. And meanwhile, if anybody, the thing I didn't like was if they touched his hair because my husband had long hair. And when women will walk up to him and just go to touch his hair, I was like, like, don't fucking touch him. Like, that's always my thing. Don't touch. You can look, but don't touch. And, and so I am very territorial like that. And even for those of you that know me on a personal level, I'm like that with my friends too. I'm very territorial. Don't fuck with what's mine. And when I say what's mine, I don't say it in a possessive way. I say it in a loving, protective way. So if someone is protective, I'm cool with that. If someone is territorial, I'm cool with that too. But the jealousy part and the stupid, crazy shit that comes from it, where are you enough or are you too much? That's the part that I get a little, like off with. You know what I'm saying? Are you guys with me on this? I'm going to read the comments now, but I want to just say good morning again and thank you for tuning in to Coffee Talk with Karen. We are live on MiamiMikeRadio.com. We are live on the Karen Stacy public page. We are live on the Real Talk Coffee Talk group. Make sure you follow the page. Make sure you join the group. Obviously, we are also on my personal page, which you see with me and my son. And then we are on YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope, Real Talk Karen Stacy. So I appreciate if you guys can share the video, tag your friends. Sharing is caring. And today we're talking a little bit, well, not a little bit. We're talking about, are you enough or are you too much? So let me see. Rita said they want someone who looks good and doesn't push back. Oh yeah, I'm definitely the wrong person. I told you, I push. And sometimes I've met men that, like one in particular, that made me realize it too. I mean, besides my husband, after my husband passed, and he made me realize, like, that I pushed. And then I would see that I was doing it, and I knew, like, he wasn't my man, so I couldn't push. And then I would pull back, and he would say, "You see, you caught yourself." And I like that. And but you have to learn, and it's hard when you've been in a relationship for so long. I was with my husband since I was 21, basically, so like, I'm me, and he knew that. And when I pushed, he would just push right back. But, when you're in a new relationship, you got to kind of check yourself on that one, right? Because, we're a little bit older, and you got to kind of, watch yourself, right? Laura said, sometimes what were attracted to you in the first ends up being an issue later on when serious. 100%. Abso-fucking-lutely. We get hurt the most because we care very much, so we feel the hurt and it's painful. Yes, Lisa. Angelo, good morning. Angel, the guys with the six-figure income link their worth to the resources they can provide, even if they are 6 to 8, but they want, they're a 6 to 8, but they want an 8 to 10 woman arm candy. Abso-fucking-lutely. But you know what? I hate to say that. I think but I know what I bring to the table, and I got all of it. So it's still, yeah, they think more of themselves. They're looking down their nose at me. But these are people I know on a personal level, and they actually love me to death. So, and are attracted to me. So that's the part that really makes you go, huh? But so in other words, like, you're good enough for the here and now, but you're not good enough for, the long haul. Is that what that means? I mean, we all could be good enough for now, right? But that's the kick in the ass, is when you bring all that to the table and someone is kind of like talking to you like you're not even there. Like I want to go, are you fucking really saying this to me? Like, are you comprehending this? Are you sitting across from me right now? but this is, I'm like I said, self-awareness, but you're right, Angel, 100%. The more, and that's not just guys, that's women too. Women, there are a lot of women out there that are very powerful financially. And one of the men that I'm speaking about actually was telling me that he was dating a woman that was, much wealthier than he, and that she was trying to control him because she had the money and he wasn't going to be controlled. And he said, I thought she had a great heart, but then I saw a different side to her. And you know what? You want someone with a big heart. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, well, fuck me, really? Huh, interesting. Rosie said, I was fortunate to have had two men in my life that were able to handle my intensive personality. Listen, I believe that there are people out there. There's always your people. You just have to find them. And unfortunately, we can get discouraged in the process, right? So that's kind of why I wanted to talk about this, because I want any of you out there that are feeling this to recognize the fact that we will find our people. We absolutely 100% will. And don't settle for anything less. You should, I say this all the time, male or female, your mate should put you on a pedestal. Always. I tell not the same thing here, but just trying to, like security. I tell my son all the time, you are my whole world. You are my most important person. Everything I do is for you. I tell him that all the time. Why? Because he needs to know how important he is to me. My friends, I tell them, even if you're not my friend, even if you're just a kind soul that reached out to me, I say thank you. I appreciate you. You need to not give people value, because that's not what you're doing. And we talked about this yesterday, right? So, people have to know that you value them and that they have worth to you. And so you should be on a pedestal. And instead of somebody telling you you're always too much, or they treat you as if you're not enough, they should tell you all the time, you're fucking awesome. Sometimes, you kill me. Like I love the way you are. I love the fact that you're this strong. I love the fact that you are this vocal. You just don't have to fucking do it all the time. There's a time and a place. Okay, I gotcha. That's check yourself, because you're wrecking yourself, right? So, I do think that, it's like everything in life, right? There's the pegs and the holes, and eventually you find the right peg to go into the right hole. No pun intended. Okay, so Angelo said, you're 100% correct, Karen. Bad people who spew their nonsense get patted on the back, and the nice person gets shitted on. Unfortunately, sometimes, yes. And people look at, people mistaken kindness for weakness. And obviously, if they've met me, they're going to really learn that lesson fast. And that's the whole thing, is you have to balance yourself, in my opinion. Be kind, but don't be a doormat. And that's always what I try to instill in all of us. Angel, I was making six figures prior to COVID, and I tell you, it didn't change me, but all the other people I work with have their noses in the air at certain people. You know what? I'm sure you're right. And Angel, you, from your posts and from the things that I see, and obviously, we haven't really had a personal conversation, but we've actually, we've talked, but more business stuff. You are a very grounded, person. I know you've met someone and you're with them, and, you put a beautiful post up today about how being with her is making you an even better person. And this is what life is all about. That's why those of us that say, I don't give a shit, I'd rather be alone. No, you don't. You just need to be with the right person. No one wants to really be alone. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, we want to be alone and not have somebody up our ass 24 hours a day, but we're not meant to be alone. Look at the shutdown. Look at what we're going through right now. We are not meant to not have contact with another human being. Okay. It's just not the way it's supposed to go. So, I think that there's a sweet spot. And I think that some of us appreciate when someone is too much. And sometimes, and if someone isn't enough, then you have to really wonder what that means in your own self, right? But there's nothing worse than feeling you're with someone and you're not enough. If you're you're with your spouse and maybe they make a comment, there's a girl that has a gorgeous body or a guy that has a gorgeous body, and they say something and they never make a comment about your body, then you feel like you're not enough. But if they say something like, wow, that girl has some figure, but because you hear from your mate all the time that they love your body. I mean, my husband all the time, I'm so attracted to you. I love, your body. I love this. So if he was looking at another girl and he was saying that, I didn't give a fuck because I'm not insecure. First of all, I know what I got, A, and B, let's be realistic. If some girl is standing there and has a banging fucking body, I'm looking too, because women are gorgeous. So I'm going to look, I'm not, banging her, but I'm going to look at her too. And so, I think that that's just, communication, and not hiding. Like, why would you hide that you're looking, that there's a pretty person right there or a hot guy right there? My husband would see a guy. He knows I would like guys that are built or whatever. And he go, oh, there's one for you, hun. And I was like, yeah, baby, I mean, that's what you do when you're secure. But if your man or your woman, if a man keeps saying to you, yeah, you gained a little bit of weight, when are you going to go on a diet, or when are you going to do that, or, whatever. And then he sees somebody with a banging body and he's paying attention to them. You damn skippy, you're going to have some fucking resentment issues there, right? But if he turns around and says, like, if I gained a couple of pounds, my husband would say to me, I think you look good either way. You do that for you. You want to lose weight? Great. You don't want to lose weight? Great. I think you look good either way. Just don't lose too much weight because I don't want you to lose your ass, which, you got to love anybody that says that to you. Don't lose too much weight. Oh my God. Thank you. So yeah, I mean, this is like a tenfold kind of a question. Jersey Jimmy, I've been told I'm too confident in myself. Yes. I remember when you were on the show and we were speaking about that, right? Hey, Ed, good morning, honey. Ricardo, how are you, sweetie? Okay, hold on a second. The comments just went cuckoo-loocos. So let me just go back. I was behind. I know. I apologize. Okay, here we go. Wow, I'm really behind. Okay, hold on. Shit. Sorry. You guys are also tagging, so I really got to go back. Okay, there we go. I'm back to Ed. I'm back to Ricardo. Okay, Tamara, some feel intimidated if the person is strong-willed. Then you have some who like to feel needed. They are the rescuers. Absolutely. And those of us that try to rescue others are really, and I'm that person. I was always that person. I stopped being that person. You know how hard it is for me to just let somebody go through what they're going to go through and not try to rescue them? I mean, look at me. I'm up here every day, like screaming from the rooftops, trying to help everybody out. But here I will do it. I will not allow myself to do it on a personal level anymore, because I don't have enough to, I can only give what I have. And I always tell you guys, you can't pour from an empty cup. Claudia, good morning, honey. How are you? All righty. Gina, I have a very a very outgoing personality. I'm too much most of the time. My kids shush me when we are out, and I don't agree don't agree what I see going on, and they see my expression on my face. Me too, Gina. I have the same thing. My son will say the same thing to me. Jersey Jimmy, I have a great personality and some women can't handle it. Well, those aren't your women, baby. Oh, Melissa, I got a truth. Thank you, Melissa, my love. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Laura, that's a turnoff. I wouldn't be able to handle that overly jealous bullshit. Yeah, you got the wrong fucking person. Yep, insecurities. Me, of all people, you got the wrong fucking person. Claudia, my husband says the same thing. Lots of bills. You see, that's so funny. Laura, some guys take it as a compliment when other guys try to talk to you, and some guys get crazy and feel disrespected. There's also a way to do that, okay? Some men are being disrespectful, okay? So let's call it what it is. And some women are being disrespectful. And those are the ones that get their face pushed into the fucking bar, right? Because you know the ones. We all do. Some of us, especially women, I could see it. And I see the fucking flirting. I see what you're doing. And you're doing it in front of me. So now you think I'm an asshole to boot? You know, And I would see people do that kind of stuff, and I would just walk up to my late husband and grab him and start fucking making out with him right in the middle of whatever they were talking about. Because you know what? Don't play that shit with me, because I'll go right fucking back at you. That's the kind of shit that I don't like. But if people are being respectful and you're just a good looking person and they're looking, then I'm cool with that. You know what I'm trying to say? Joey from Manhattan, how you doing? What's going on, babes? Tamara, shit, when I go to an event, my husband knows I'm going to be all over the place talking to people, but he is by my side and treated with respect. 100%, my love, 100%. Melissa, good morning, mama. Let me see. We got the crew here. We got some of the New York Times crew up in here. All right, let me see. Hi, Simi in Germany. How are you? How are you? Okay, I know I'm really behind. Yes, you do, Karen. Keep. Keep smiling. I guess that's what that is. Let me see. Joey, we want Karen Stacey to join the New York Times as a mob wife. I told you, Joey, as long as I can whack them. That's my thing. No. I want to whack them. It's all good. You know what? Quick funny story. I know I have to sign off in a few minutes. When me and my late husband were on our honeymoon, we were in Tahiti and we were talking, and obviously my voice kind of travels, right? And I hear them whispering like, oh my God, they must be from New York. And this was when The Sopranos was like really big, right? So they're like whispering, and now I hear them, right? So now of course, I got to fucking hand it out, right? So now I'm like, hun, I'm like, could you believe that? Could you believe when we saw that guy and they fucking whacked him? Like I started going, and my husband's looking at me like, she is not doing this. And these people were like, what? You know, like they were from God knows where, like fucking Idaho or something. And they're listening and they're like, oh my God, you're from New York. Well, they didn't say it like that, right? They're like, oh my God, you're from New York. Like, do they really like kill people? You know? And that was all I needed. I was like, you know, I went all over that. It was hysterical. But yes, we are going, keep your eyes open, because first of all, Joey is getting, and Joey, that was my husband's name. So when you said I'm Joey from Manhattan, you know, he was Joey from the bar. And so you already stole my heart when you said that. So I am very blessed and humbled. I would love to be, we're all family on here. So thank you for jumping on. And, you know, I'm in and we're going to do a show together. So stay tuned. I didn't upload it onto here, but I did a little video. And so Joey's going to come on. I don't know if we're going to get some of the other cast members, if they are going to come on too, but we will figure out a date. So stay tuned on that one. Georgie, avoid the jealous, possessive, controlling type. They don't change and they will drain the life out of you. Yep, that's why. Bye-bye, Felicia. or Filippo, if it's a guy, right? Laura, you should have mutual feelings and think the world of each other, not just one-sided. Angel, listen, I agree. Never settle, but be realistic. Buy what you can afford in the relationship department. People will repo their love for you if you can't keep up with the love payments. This goes for men and women. Absolutely. I agree with that. Espressos and cannoli. I'm all in. My two favorite things. Tony. Hi, Tony. Where you been? You're late. No pressure, no diamond. Yeah, right? I treat everyone with respect, Tamara said. Yes, Angel is definitely very mindful. All right, hold on. Okay, shit. All right, I'm almost here. Did I get there? All right, I got to sign off because I told you guys I'm going. I got shit to do today. I'm leaving the house. Could you imagine? Carmela. Okay. Amanda. Good morning, Karen. I am definitely enough. I love talking and speaking my mind. And if anyone has a problem with that, well, that's their problem, not mine. Ha ha. I used to get in trouble for speaking my mind, but have come to the conclusion that I will not let manipulative people try and hush me. Be honest and be true, and you'll always be enough for yourself. Amen, sister. Amen. Amanda, I agree with you 80 gabillion%, and I live that truth myself. Okay, let me see. Who else is on here? Yes, Joey. Joey from Manhattan. Rosie, don't matter who you're socializing with, you and your honey are going home together. Yeah, I miss those days, I gotta say. Yes, Joey, you know how to find me anyway. We got Raphael in the building too. Would be great. Karen Stacy joined the family. New York ties. Yes, baby. Well, listen, you don't get more New York than me, right? But you guys are so awesome. Thank you so very much. I'm glad we got to talk about this today. I hope that people are drinking their espresso now and they're not doing it at 11 o'clock at night, because FYI, espresso kind of sort of like wakes you up. Well, depending on who you are. So, it happens. So listen, guys, I do have to run today. I'm ending a few moments early because I got shit to do. I got places to go. I got a bridge to sell somebody, or they got a bridge to fucking sell me, right? So I love you all. Today is Thursday. So I will see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. for Coffee Talk with Karen right here. Same bat channel, same bat station. Live on MiamiMikeRadio.com, live on the Karen Stacy page on the Real Talk Coffee Talk group. Make sure you follow, make sure you like, make sure you join, and don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope. All right. I love you guys. Have a great day. So remember, tomorrow isn't promised, so don't be an asshole today. And I will tell you this, if you aren't enough, you know what? Then either, the only thing I can say to that, if someone says to you, you're not enough, make sure that, like I said, those aren't your people. But I always tell you guys to check yourself. Remember that, because you never know. Sometimes you may think that you're doing something and you're really not. Sometimes you may think you're portraying yourself a certain way, but you're really not. So it's really important to check yourself. And when someone says you're too much, again, maybe you are being too much at that particular time, right? So I always say, first of all, I was always told this, one of my exes, take it from where it comes from. That's an old school term, take it from where it comes from. So if somebody that you don't have much respect for, and they say that to you, you know where to go with it. But if it's somebody that really cares about you and they say something like that to you, try to view it as a constructive criticism and see what you may or may not be able to do with that, because there's always room for improvement. Remember that, right? We're not perfect and we can always improve, but know who you are, own who you are, and make sure you're enough for you. and everything else will fall into play. Don't be fooled by the fools. There you go, Angela. I love you too, Maria. Bye, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Bye.